After a few hours of downpour, some parts of Accra are already submerged in water, with residents trying to salvage their properties. A visit to Asylum Down reveals residents scooping water from their rooms. Guess that. Many have expressed their dissatisfaction with government posture in dealing with issues of flooding and plastic waste, which they say is a major contributor to flooding in the capital. Nancy Emefa Tradosi reports. We'll bring you that story shortly. And as we speak, it is still raining and you want to be safe out there. So keep yourself safe. We'll bring you the story of how residents here in Asylum Down are reeling under this flooding situation. Well, let's pay attention to this tragic story here in Accra. The wife of a bridegroom killed on his wedding day has been hospitalized as the family struggles to come to terms with his death. Janatil Fedol Yakubu became a widow the same day that she became a bride. That's just yesterday. She lost her husband, Disu Kamaru, barely an hour after she was to begin a new phase of her life. Posts on social media suggest that the newlyweds were on their way to the Africana guest house near the Atomic Roundabout for their party when another vehicle crossed into theirs at Medina. Maxwell Agbagba has been following up on this story. Here is his report.
Behind me is the Africana guest house where the wedding reception was supposed to take place. Some family members are distraught and saddened by the incident, and some of them who came from very far places are still here at the guest house as the family finalizes plans for the burial of the deceased. One of them I've been speaking to, who is not willing to speak on camera, says that they were here waiting for the celebration to start sometime around 12:30 to 1 p.m. when news reached them that the bridegroom was actually involved in an accident together with the bride. We are told that the deceased ran his vehicle into a tree here on the Hacho stretch. I've also been speaking to a security man here at the Africana guest house, Alasan Seidu. He says the deceased was a benevolent man. He has been sharing some fond memories of him. He has also been narrating to us events leading to the accident.
Friday, he come here. He said he want to come and decorate the place. We could do the marriage. I said, fine. Now you come there, myself. I take on jokes, say, oh, today, Sunday, they will go joy together. He say, oh, it's good. Because if somebody is a quiet guy, you see, if he greets you, it's okay. Now, day like this, just see some car make accidents from this route. So I said it passed after the police station, they are coming. The car just passed one way. We go knock the tree. Before we go here, say it's gone. That is inna dillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. The food, because this is happening, nobody chop. Because the drinks they give the people, they are waiting. If you come there, they start to celebrate. The drinks, people don't take the drink because how the thing come now, everybody confused. Everybody surprised. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? When the people serve, they bring the food. They don't serve anyone food serve give anybody. Just they are taking the soft drink.
One of the organizers for the celebration that would continue after the wedding is Frank Hodo. Frank says in the morning before the incident happened, he fixed all the sound system and made sure the decor was ready for the celebration later that afternoon. He says the last time he heard from the bridegroom was on Saturday, some hours before the reception.
Okay, that was yesterday, 30th September. Actually, I work for the uncle. So the uncle called me, that was on Saturday, that the son is coming to do a program. So I need to come and help in the setup of their system. And I said, okay, fine. Since it's my former boss, I need to come around and then do the setup. So I was there in the morning from 8 a.m. I finished the setup around 12. I tested the system, everything. Since I live nearby, I rushed home. So around 1:30, the uncle called me that the system is not functioning well, so I need to come back. So I got back, I realized that everybody was set. The place was set to maximum. Everybody is just awaiting for his arrival and the bride. So I rushed back home, and around 4, my wife came and informed me that Obolo, who is coming to do the wedding reception, is no more because he got an accident on the way to this place. I was like, what a shock. That cannot be true. It can't be true. It's just so shocked. So I took a brief and then I rushed down to the place, and the news was all over. People were coming out in a morning mood, and it's just no. At first I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it because I saw him, that was Saturday, 4:30 p.m. standing right here beside his car. That was the last picture I saw.
When was that?
That was Saturday, 29, 4:30 p.m. That was a day to the wedding reception on Sunday.
Okay, what did you talk about?
No, we were in a distance, so I only waved him. And I told him, okay, we'll meet on Sunday. It's sad. It's really sad. It's a news that I would describe as, I don't know, I'm just short of words because you can't imagine it.
These in some hours will be done with the necessary documentation so that the remains of the deceased can be released to the family for it to be buried in adherence to Islamic custom. But what you can see in the background right now is the Hyundai Santa Fe vehicle the deceased was using together with his wife. The wedding itself happened on Saturday at Takrady, and then yesterday was the wedding reception, and so they were actually driving from their residence at Taifa to the ground for the reception when the incident happened at a place called Atomic First Gate. We are told by police officers that the deceased, who was driving the car at that point, lost control of the vehicle and then ran into a tree. It was very difficult getting the family members to talk to us because a lot of them were still shattered by the news of the demise of the bridegroom. Now, some of them who spoke to us told us that they were all ready for the joyous occasion to actually start, for the celebration itself to start. Then they received the news sometime between 12:30 to 1 o'clock. That was the period when they received the news that the couple were involved in an accident, at the Atomic First Gate. Now, they actually rushed to the place and they realized that, yes, the sad incident had actually happened. One of the friends of the deceased I've also been speaking to said he received an invitation from the deceased 3 days ago about the wedding reception. So he really did not say anything, and he was hoping that they were going to surprise him at the wedding reception. So they were actually on their way. These are all students of St. John's Grammar. They were actually on their way, and then they received the news. They did not believe it until they got to the reception ground, when they were welcomed with, wailing from some family members who had gathered for the celebration to actually start. So this is the mangled vehicle, and police officers tell us that they will be continuing with the investigations to unravel the circumstances under which this accident actually happened.
And the life of that groom coming to an end the same day he had his wedding. Sad story.